What happened to R&B singer Blu Cantrell? Why did she suddenly disappear from the spotlight after her hit songs like Hit 'Em Up Style? Fans have been worried for years. Was it personal struggles, career problems, or something more? Now, Blu Cantrell finally confirms the truth. This is a story about a shady record contract, racy photos, and even rumors of a mental breakdown. And yes, we'll talk about what happened between her and Jay-Z. Let's find out what she revealed. Blu Cantrell, born Tiffany Cobb in Rhode Island, got the name Blu because of her love for the color. Blu was her nickname, while Cantrell came from her grandmother's last name. Her mother, a jazz singer, raised Blu and her 5 siblings on her own. Blu's father, a former NBA player, left the family when she was young, a fact she later described with frustration. At 17, Blu moved to New York to pursue her dream of becoming a singer. Realizing the journey wouldn't be easy, she worked various jobs to pay the bills and even posed for adult magazine photos at 18 to make money, a decision that later haunted her career. Using her nickname and her grandmother's last name, Blu entered the music world and joined a girl group called 8th Avenue, formed by producer Teddy Riley. However, the group disbanded after Riley's other group, Blackstreet, broke up. In 2000, tragedy struck when Blu's sister was in a car accident and ended up in a coma. Blu moved to Atlanta to be closer to her sister, and it was there her life changed. One day, in a hotel lobby, Blu met Christopher "Tricky" Stewart, co-founder of Red Zone Entertainment, who was impressed by her voice. Tricky helped her get background vocal work for artists like Faith Evans and Puff Daddy, and even invited her to stay with his family. Though Blu's career began to rise, she faced industry challenges, including a controversial record contract and backlash over her past racy photos. Despite these hurdles, Tricky introduced her to L.A. Reid, president of Arista Records, who offered her a record deal. Blu initially hesitated, but she eventually signed with Arista. Soon, she recorded her debut album, including the hit song, Hit 'Em Up Style, which was released in April 2001. The song became an instant hit, reaching number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earning her a Grammy nomination. Blu's career seemed destined for stardom, but personal struggles and industry pressures eventually took a toll. The controversies surrounding her past and a lack of control over her future profits contributed to her stepping away from the spotlight. Despite her challenges, Blu Cantrell remains a memorable figure in R&B history. Blu's debut album So Blue was released in July 2001 and went on to be certified gold. Blu worked hard to overcome challenges along the way and get her music noticed. She didn't just sit back and hope people would listen to her albums. Instead, she visited many record stores and convinced store owners to buy more copies of her album. By building good relationships with these owners, she helped her album go platinum. It was a smart move, and it paid off. At an awards show, Blu met an NBA player. Although she never revealed his identity, she did tell Wendy Williams that he was very interested in her. They started dating, and everything seemed great. He approached her at an awards show, pursued her persistently, and eventually, they fell in love. Blu even met his mother and stayed with him, all while her career was thriving and she was happy. However, in May 2002, things took an unexpected turn when old photos of Blu from Blacktail magazine resurfaced. Blu handled the situation with grace, telling the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, AJC, that she would even sign one of those photos if someone wanted it. She also mentioned to The Guardian that the pictures kept her name in the news, so she wasn't too upset about them. In fact, Blu made a deal to pose for Playboy magazine, earning a $1 million payout and an invitation to perform at the Playboy Mansion. Not everyone was pleased with these photos. A British radio station, Radio 1, briefly banned her music. Unfortunately, the pictures also led to the end of her relationship with the NBA player. They broke up in 2003, as he couldn't handle the fact that she had nude pictures and was a celebrity. Blu later revealed that the very reasons he was attracted to her initially were the same reasons they couldn't stay together. Later that year, Blu released her second album, Bittersweet, which performed exceptionally well, reaching number 7 on the Billboard charts and achieving international success. It also earned her another Grammy nomination. Despite her professional success, rumors swirled around Blu's personal life, especially regarding her relationship with rapper Jay-Z. Although Jay-Z was dating Beyoncé, people speculated about something more between him and Blu. Blu consistently maintained that they were just friends. In an interview with Wendy Williams, Blu admitted to having a crush on Jay-Z and mentioned she wouldn't turn him down if the opportunity arose. She said she was careful and selective about whom she dated, though more details about her relationships would come later. Things got even more intriguing when people noticed that Beyoncé's song, Baby Boy, sounded similar to Blu's song, Breathe. Blu believed that Beyoncé might have been referencing her in the lyrics of Baby Boy, especially with the line, "Let me breathe." It seemed as though the two might have been using their music to send messages to each other. A music rivalry or just a coincidence? Beyoncé's song, Me, Myself, and I, became a hit, but there was something interesting about it. The song came out after Blu's track, and people noticed it sounded similar. They even shared the same part in the hook. Some believe Beyoncé copied Blu, but Blu told Contact Music that she was a fan of Beyoncé and wasn't worried. She believed that if Beyoncé was talented, she wouldn't need to copy anyone. Shortly after, Blu released a music video promo for her song, Round Up, and then Beyoncé and Jay-Z released their music video for 03 Bonnie and Clyde, which looked very similar to Blu's promo. Was this a coincidence? Blu found it strange and jokingly told The Guardian that maybe they should have a live singing battle, but she wasn't serious about it. If you want to go further down the rabbit hole, in Beyoncé's song, Signs, she whispers, "I was in love with a Sagittarius, I've been hurt by a Pisces." Interestingly, Jay-Z is a Sagittarius, and Blu is a Pisces. Some speculated it might have been an intentional nod. Blu addressed these speculations and warned, "If she goes there with me, it's the wrong move." Blu claimed to be a master at singing and felt Beyoncé should know what she was getting into. The coincidences continued when Blu collaborated with Sean Paul on Breathe, only for Beyoncé to release Baby Boy, featuring Sean Paul shortly afterward. Blu accused Beyoncé of being a copycat, claiming that Baby Boy shared words from her song's hook and even used the word breathe. While she admired Beyoncé as talented and beautiful, Blu was disappointed, stating that Beyoncé, being so established, didn't need to plagiarize. Despite her frustrations, Blu maintained a positive outlook, though she firmly said she wouldn't let Beyoncé get away with copying her. Blu was particularly upset about Beyoncé collaborating with Sean Paul, as she believed it was a direct dig at her. Considering her own connection to Sean Paul and Jay-Z, Blu felt Beyoncé should resolve any personal issues directly rather than targeting another woman. This added tension to an already fraught situation. Behind the scenes, Blu faced personal challenges, including a relationship with producer Tony Darrow, whom she met while working with Puff Daddy. Tony appeared in her music video for Make Me Want to Scream, and their romance led to him becoming her tour manager. However, their relationship ended in 2004 after alleged physical altercations, which Tony denied. Blu also struggled with her music career. When La Reed, the head of her label Arista, left, Blu decided not to stay with the label. Mismanagement at the label resulted in her contract not being renewed, leaving her without a record deal. Nevertheless, she continued to make music independently. In 2007, she participated in a stage play titled Gossip, Lies, and Secrets, acting alongside Kenya Moore and Lisa Ray. The following year, she appeared on the reality show Celebrity Circus, though she was eliminated early. Rumors circulated about a relationship with fellow contestant Antonio Sabato Jr., but her representative denied the claims, stating they were just having fun. Afterward, Blu stepped away from the public eye. In an interview, Blu revealed she moved to London to escape the pressures of fame and live a normal life. By 2012, she was ready to work on a new album, but the project has yet to be released. Fans continue to wait for new music from her. In 2014, Blu made headlines again when TMZ reported she was found running through the streets of Santa Monica at 2 a.m., claiming she had been poisoned. She was taken to the hospital for a psychological evaluation, but the incident was not handled with the care it deserved. The tabloids pounced, turning a real issue into dramatic headlines for clicks. Back then, people weren't as open about mental health as they are now. Instead of seeing her as someone going through a tough time, the narrative shifted. Suddenly, the same industry that celebrated her started keeping their distance. Collaborations were gone, gigs were few and far between. It was like they decided she wasn't safe enough to work with anymore, which only made things harder for her. Blu later described herself as a one-hit wonder. No one knows exactly what happened to her, but it seemed like things were getting worse there. Looking back at her career, Blu has expressed regret about the decisions she made. She said that when she first joined the music business, she didn't understand how artists often get taken advantage of. She explained that her record label advised her to hire a lawyer, but it turned out that the lawyer worked for the label too. This was a problem because the lawyer didn't have her best interests in mind. She also said that the label took credit for much of her music, leaving her without the money she deserved. Despite all this, she never saw a dime from her time at Arista. It was only then that she realized that she hadn't made nearly as much money as she should have during her time at the label. Speaking to I Got Soul about what she would have done differently, she said she wishes she'd been more educated on the music business before she signed that Arista contract. I would have got my lawyer because that lawyer ended up representing them, which was a conflict of interest. So they were all working together to basically take what was mine, she claimed. Nobody really knows the whole truth but me and them, but I was really taken advantage of. Blu's story is a prime example of how things can go south. Those big promises from record labels? Yeah, they usually come with a catch, and no one warns you until you're already stuck. For fans, it's tough to imagine that the artists they love, pouring their hearts into music, aren't even getting their fair share. Blu's deal wasn't just a bad move, it was a full-on lesson in how the system works against its own talent. One other issue Blu faced was her photo shoot for Teal magazine. She admitted that it hurt her career because people judged her more harshly as a woman in the entertainment industry. But Blu didn't just give up. She leaned on her close circle and worked on getting back on her feet. She made some attempts to return to the music scene and did a few performances here and there. Still, the shadow of all that media scrutiny followed her, making it tough to fully reclaim her spot. Fans, though, it seemed, never turned their backs. They saw her for who she was, a talented artist who deserved compassion, not judgment. Over time, her story has become a bit of a wake-up call for the entertainment world about how badly it handles stars dealing with mental health. Nowadays, with people finally getting that mental health matters, Blu's journey feels even more important. She went through it at a time when the world wasn't exactly kind about these things, and her story is now part of the bigger conversation about how the industry needs to do better for the people it puts in the spotlight. In March 2020, just before the world went into lockdown, Blu performed in London. Fans were shocked by her appearance. Since she doesn't update her social media very often, people started to wonder about her mental health after seeing her on stage. You might also wonder about the story between Blu Cantrell and Jay-Z. Well, Jay-Z was allegedly dating two women at the same time. Around the same time he reportedly started seeing Beyoncé, he was also linked to pop singer Blu Cantrell. People close to the situation believe this love triangle may have led to some major drama. One big claim is that Jay-Z and Beyoncé may have even used their power to erase Blu Cantrell's career. According to a woman named Shaw, who's been talking about this on social media, she thinks the couple named their daughter Blue Ivy for a very calculated reason. Shaw claims it wasn't because Jay-Z was still fond of Blu Cantrell but because they wanted to push Cantrell's name off the internet. Anytime someone Googles Blu, Jay-Z and Beyoncé's daughter Blue Ivy pops up instead of the singer. Shaw strongly believes this was all part of a plan to make Blu Cantrell disappear from public memory. Jaguar Wright, a former backup singer for Jay-Z, agrees with this theory. She blames Jay-Z and Beyoncé for Blu Cantrell's downfall. Jaguar says that Cantrell's career started to fall apart after her brief relationship with Jay-Z. She also mentions that in 2004, when Jay-Z became president of Def Jam Records, Blu Cantrell's contract wasn't renewed. Some people think this wasn't a coincidence. Before all the drama, Jay-Z and Blu Cantrell had a fun relationship. They were often seen in public together, going on fancy vacations and enjoying life. However, the relationship didn't last long. Blu later admitted that they broke up because Jay-Z couldn't match her energy. Things got even messier after a 2003 interview Blu did with Wendy Williams. During that interview, Blu openly talked about her crush on Jay-Z and even gossiped about Beyoncé. This interview may have been a turning point for Blu. Some say it upset the Carters so much that it led to her being pushed out of the industry. Wendy even made comments that fueled the rivalry, saying, "Look out, Beyoncé, Blu is in town." Blu Cantrell's connections to other celebrities also raised eyebrows. She once told a reporter that Diddy complimented her after seeing her nude photos. These casual comments and her bold personality may have made her a target in an industry where powerful people can make or break careers. Shaw and Jaguar Wright believe this isn't just about Blu Cantrell. They think other talented singers like Aaliyah, Maya, and Monica also face challenges because of Beyoncé's rise to fame. They suggest that the Carters used their influence to clear the path for Beyoncé by sabotaging others. Jaguar Wright even called out Blu Cantrell directly, saying, "Blu, it's time to talk. Jay-Z worked very hard to erase you and me." This ongoing conversation about love triangles, power, and sabotage in the music industry has sparked a lot of speculation. While some people think these claims are just rumors, others believe there might be some truth to them. What do you think? Could Blu Cantrell's career have been intentionally sabotaged, or was it just bad timing? Despite all of these struggles, we hope Blu can find peace and release new music for her fans. We're rooting for her and wish her all the best.